Today, we're hearing from a Chevron executive as two other oil companies are either considering or planning to shut down facilities in California. This comes as California's government continues to try to cut the state's use of oil and gas while adding more rules for that industry. Valero told state regulators yesterday they are considering idling, restructuring, or stopping operations altogether at its refinery in Benicia by April of next year. That comes after Phillips 66 has said it will shut down its LA area refinery by October of this year. If both of those facilities are out of the equation, that would mean California would be left with just 7 refineries. Chevron operates 2 of them here in the state. Here's what Chevron's Vice President of Fuels, Mike Bowman, had to say.
California has unfortunately had policies for the last 20 years that have led us to this point, and it's become increasingly a difficult place for our industry to operate. And so it is a challenge. It's concerning for the future as the impacts of policy are placed on the consumers in California. But there are things that can be done to get us back on a path that it has a more balanced approach to energy that provides reliable, affordable, and cleaner energy. And that's what we want to see happen in Sacramento, is let's get on a path that is sustainable for the industry and for the consumers of California.
What specifically would you be looking at from Sacramento, like deregulation or yeah?
Yeah, so there's the list can be long, but I'll give you some specifics. A repeal of the ban on gasoline, diesel, and natural gas vehicles that hit impacts in 2035, right? That ban is a direct affront on the industry and makes it difficult to invest when there is what we refer to as the ICE ban. We believe consumers should have the choice of what products they purchase, and let's make a level playing field and let everyone compete, including liquid fuels in the future. So a repeal of that ban on consumer choice that takes away gasoline, diesel, and natural gas vehicles. That's right at the top of the list. There's a bill that was passed last year, SB 12, that has a margin cap possibility on the refining business. You can't make investments when there's this looming threat that we're going to come in and tell you what we believe it was an acceptable amount of money for you to make. And so it makes it difficult to impossible to invest in that environment. So the margin cap needs to go away.
What is the likelihood that Chevron might have to take the same path as Valero and Phillips 66?
Yeah, so Chevron, it's a little bit different, right? We've been in California for 140 years. It's a business that I'm a California native. I went to school here. Our roots are in California. So look, it's a good business for us. We want to stay here. The problem is the policies of California are making it uninvestable for the future. So, what's going to happen down the road, I won't speculate. I have no idea. I won't speculate on that. We want to be here. We want to be a great provider of the products that Californians need.
Bowman also told me Chevron would like talks with California's Democratic leaders to be more productive. He said there needs to be an honest discussion about the impacts of the state's policies.